hear bang, bang. I nearly fell down the stairs. I rushed down the stairs.
Yes.
We check outside.
The windows, the doors.
At
And
the
we
bed.
see these 5 or 6 men trying to gain entry into the house through the windows, through the doors. But the really odd thing is that they were not in the front. I don't think that they wanted our neighbors to see what was happening. So they were going to the back, the side of the house. And when my mom and I were in the kitchen, we could see them. And the ringleader was on the phone. And we could hear my father's voice because he's got a very distinct voice.
Hidden cameras.
Hidden cameras, what?
Yes.
What do you want from my house? What do you want from my house?
Are you the owner of the property?
I am.
I've been through hell and back. Nobody by my side. Nobody to console me. Nobody to call home me. Hey, but the man got trauma. But then the botonga. I've been through hell and back. Nobody by my side. Nobody to console me. Nobody to call home me. Hey, but the man got trauma. But then the botonga.
From 2023, we've been in and out of courts,
Yes.
trying to solve this. High court, domestic violence court, maintenance court. These children are getting, from his salary that I just told you about, she's getting 3,000. My son is getting 3.5, and that is it. We get this letter back to the eviction. We get a letter 29th of September 2023. I get a letter. There's a sheriff. I look at this document. This is a letter. It doesn't have a signature.
But it's stamped by the sheriff.
But it's stamped by a sheriff, and the sheriff says, and I said, where's the signature? Says, I got it like this. And to me, I'm like, somebody doesn't want to make it officially towards me. But I take it. I sign for it. As I'm reading, I'm told you are making noise.
Your trees are not cut.
Your trees are not cut.
You beat drums.
You beat drums.
The paveway is not clear or clean.
And therefore you must be out of this house by the 4th of November.
Because of plants, yes.
Because of plants. And they're quoting the PI Act. I didn't take it serious on the day. 2 days later, I'm like, no, man, I received a letter. Then I called a friend of mine, not Mimi, this is serious. They will evict you, and you need to have your day in court. So prepare, get yourself a lawyer.
Yeah.
So this friend organizes me, a friend of his, and then we go. Lawyer number 2. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with, like it's an energy kind of a thing. It's like, oh, not this one. I go hoping for legal representative, but I found one. Amazing, being the best in the game.
Yeah.
He writes a letter and says, me, let's squash this once and for all. I'm going to write a Bible and send it back. It should squash it all. He writes the letter. Number 1, you're quoting the PI Act.
Not applicable.
Not applicable in here. Number 2, you are taking and evicting a woman-led household
with a minor
autistic child.
And
without
a court order.
Merits, without alternative accommodation. It doesn't work. And you are retaliating because the children have taken you to a maintenance court. This is what this is about.
There's no document.
And this is also about the division of assets, because now I had texted him to say, man,
out without.
Now I want
out.
It's been 13 years. I want half of my assets. I want my house now on my name. Because now, for the first time in our lives, there was like rift. There was like
uncertainty.
And I could tell that this is something bigger. Is he going broke?
Did he get himself in debt?
In debt? And he spoke about SARS. He was in trouble with SARS. He had to
SARS,
pay
yeah.
a very big amount. And I said, no, this is about financial stability. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I need to get my my half
Yeah.
of the assets that we own together.
Yeah, so there were letters that were sent to and
Okay,
from.
they responded by saying that it says me and the unlawful occupiers. So we ask, who are the unlawful
Your kids.
occupiers? Because it's always been there. And
Yes.
then they respond,
Say, no. It's not my brother and I. But it's still unlawful occupiers. My mom's like, but he knows I've got
Even
a
now we
baby.
don't know who
We
the
don't know who
unlawful
they're talking
occupiers.
about.
So
We're
maybe
confused.
your youngest is the one that is the unlawful occupier.
I'm
We
thinking,
can't even us. We don't know.
Wow. So now I think that like this whole thing is so confusing for me in terms of like now. Okay, you just say that you don't know the solution. So right now you're not divorced because there's no record of it. I mean, okay, maybe they cannot get like the hard copy. They don't
Yes.
even have your divorce settlement on the system.
there's
No,
nothing.
doesn't exist.
There's only a divorce decree, one page.
And
it
it-
says there,
Yeah.
stipulates that there is
The divorce.
incorporated, there is exhibit
B,
B,
I
which
think.
is the settlement
Agreement.
agreement. He's been taking that one
Piece
page
of paper.
everywhere
And
saying
a title
that
deed.
we've been divorced. I don't know what she wants from me. We've been divorced for the past 15 years.
I've
She's
given
hung
her-
up on me.
I've
What is
given
there to be
her
hung
more
up?
than 50%.
I've given her half of the 50%.
We asked for the proof and
That is my house.
obviously-
I built it post divorce. That piece of paper says nothing.
Nothing.
The title deed says nothing because there was a settlement. There was a divorce
Right.
post and which had a settlement. He is fooling
The
the
courts,
courts. He's
his
fooling his attorneys. I don't know how they are fooled. I think they are in on it. They know exactly what is going
They
on.
know exactly what they're doing.
We closed the issue of the children 2023 but
14th
wa-
of November.
14th of November.
Yes.
17th of November, I'm at home with my children. Around 7 p.m. Now, he had stopped paying for electricity. He had stopped paying. The bill was 100 and something. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't settle that. Number two, we were breached, but then the bill, we had a credit, but then
It
for
went
some
back
reason
up.
it went back. You had a credit of minus 130 something thousand. For some reason, it goes back to 130 something, and I don't know how. Water, he closes water.
We're in
For
the
us,
dark. For
we are in the
months.
dark.
For
There is no
months.
water. I've got a child.
Who's autistic with a kidney condition.
I've got one who's got a kidney condition.
Yeah.
Water to him is
Is
life.
life.
You close the water. In laundry was like half of this room. Piled up because I did not have water. During that period when we were going up and down for the children's maintenance, there were legal fees involved because he insisted that I'm also taken to court. So I had two sets of lawyers, one for the children because they're majors and one
For you.
for myself. He cut down my spousal maintenance from 8.5 to 5,000. November, from 5,000 to 0. I'm unable to work. My practice, I don't know what you know about me. I'm a healer.
Okay.
I had to answer to my ancestry
Calling. Okay.
I took that path and I'm practicing from home.
Okay.
Practice that is one that we've never seen. I don't call myself a sangoma. I don't call myself a traditional healer. I'm a healer because I do things very differently. Even if you were to see my treatments are totally different. I'm an energy kind of a person.
Okay.
And I'm one traditional healer that believes in God. It's God above all things. It's even the ancestors when I say they belong to God.
Okay.
So that is who I am. My practice is at home. And this is how I'm raising his children. This is how I'm
You send
feeding
out
his children.
treatments, yeah.
I'm sending out treatments, online consultations.
So that's how you're running your practice.
That's how I'm running my practice. I put together my concoctions at home. I dry my herbs at home. I've got the whole, it's like a chemist. You want now to evict me from that. Meaning that I'm unable now to make money. To take care of the children that you're giving 3,000 and 3.5, which I don't know what for. What can you do with 3,000? Because 3,000 doesn't take you anywhere. I asked in the maintenance court, what is this 3,500
What exactly
for?
is it
Can you
covering?
divide it?
How
did we get to this? That's a story of another day. Now, 17th of November, we are in an estate. There comes a group of men. It's around 6 o'clock. I'm upstairs with my daughter. The boys are downstairs.
But we hear them screaming.
But we hear the boys are screaming.
We don't know who these people are, and they're breaking into our home. They're breaking into our home.
Okay, I can't phone Clement.
You're too far.
Okay.
Look at what this man is doing.
They're inside. Came from the What are you doing? What are you doing? Phone the police as well. Phone the police as well. Phone the police as well. Came from the room.
Mom, if you move close, you won't be able to connect.
Awuletha amakamera, wafaka amakamera la. Ngicela uthathe isikhwama, faka amakamera la. Jikela ngale, faka amakamera, ama-hidden cameras. Uzodlala nosisi.
Am I hidden cameras? What? Niyaboban?
Yes.
What do you want from my house? What do you want from my house?
Are you the owner of the property?
I am.
You can talk. The boys are screaming. Mom, there are men walking around the house. We hear bang, bang. I nearly fell down the stairs. I rushed down the stairs.
Yes.
We check outside.
The windows,
the
doors,
at
and
the
we
bed.
see these 5 or 6 men try to gain entry into the house through the windows, through the doors. But the really odd thing is that they were not in the front. I don't think that they wanted our neighbors to see what was happening. So they were going to the back, the side of the house. And when my mom and I were in the kitchen, we could see them. And the ringleader was on the phone. And we could hear my father's voice because he's got a very distinct voice. So he's like, is it done?
They are trying
by
to
all
open
means.
every door. They are going all like,
Is it done? Did you gain entry into the house?
Do you guys stay in an estate where there's 24-hour security?
One of the best
safest. They say
estates
they're
in Centurion. They say that they're the safest.
So how did they gain entry?
We would love to know.
Does your father have access?
Yes.
So do you think maybe he gave them?
No, he did not. Because his records of code requesting those dates
doesn't show.
In any case, it doesn't show anything. It doesn't really have history.
No.
There.
So we don't know how they gained entry.
He issued any code for those men.
We
But
obviously
the men,
didn't.
We obviously didn't. Who opened for those men?
We would still like to know.
Wow. So now, did they end up gaining entrance?
Yes,
With
they
a
did.
crowbar.
With a crowbar as we were
They
watching.
broke
They
as
broke into our family.
Did you guys not scream or call security?
Of course we screamed.
Did the security come
They came.
and found this man during the act?
Then ask
After they'd gained
entry.
entry.
They inside.
Yes.
They are all over the place. They are saying we are installing hidden cameras.
As they gained
The
entry.
boys are screaming.
My
I'm
autistic
shouting.
brother.
I don't know who these men are, but I heard when they were talking to and they are saying is they are coming inside. When I ask, what are you here? Who are you? They say,
go
talk
to the front of the house.
Talk to your ex-husband. That is when
Because
I
they
knew
said the real owner of the
the
property.
real owner of the property.
So they were in your house to install hidden cameras.
They
And
did.
to camp, to say
camp.
they are taking over the house.
They said they were given permission by the true owner of the property who
And they
has
said
the
they can
title
do
deed
anything,
under
they
his
can
name.
break anything because he's got
A
money.
lot of
He
money
will-
for days.
He will pay.
Yeah.
So now, how did you now resolve this issue?
Is it resolved?
You are with squatters in your house right now.
We were with squatters the whole
For the
weekend
entire
from
weekend.
the 17th to the 19th of November.
2020.
Security did not do anything. You didn't call the police.
We called the security. They called the police. When they got to the house, the security guard said, they don't get involved. Those are the rules. When things get this
Yeah.
far, they don't get involved.
They don't even step into your yard. They guard from the outside. So the cul-de-sac, the street.
So the police?
They came,
Yep.
4 sets of police. First one, I didn't even get to see them because I'm safeguarding my boys. I'm safeguarding. I did not know that the police were there. They spoke to the henchmen and they
left.
as I was going out to speak to the police,
they
were
were gone.
driving off. What he said to them,
We
I do
don't
not
know. Then the second,
The second group,
Yeah.
exactly the same. They didn't talk to me. They left. The third group spoke to me. They came a little bit more, I would say, involved and open to listening.
The ringleader had said
They
that
instructed the thugs to leave the house, and they
And
said
wait
you
for
are,
transport.
you are trespassing, and they said we don't have transport. We're dropped off here. We are waiting for transport. As you can see, we didn't break into.
We were given
We were given permission, but I said you broke into my. You didn't have
Yes,
keys.
your house.
You broke into my house,
as we watched.
and this man owns nothing in here.
He hasn't even bought a teaspoon.
The police are asking, did he say anything to you that he's sending people to come and stay here? I said no.
No.
Text anything? No.
Phone call?
Phone
No.
call?
Email?
No. Are you aware that there are people that are coming?
Absolutely
no, I do
not.
not know. So
Did you call him?
No, we did not.
You did not.
the
Okay.
police called him. He came. He was there.
Yes, he did.
The
And
man got arrested. 6 of the men. We were stuck
With a
with
total
the
of 12
men.
Because
They
there was
were-
a first group and there was a second group.
and there was a time whereby there were all 12 of them.
Yeah.
They were smoking
Drugs.
drugs. They were promising us
All of us
rape,
rape, including my
sexual-
brothers. 2 of them
Sexually
sexually harassed
harassing.
me. When my mom, they sexually harassed me while my mom was watching.
What do you mean?
Grabbing on me,
Touching.
touching me inappropriately.
They're telling you, we will be joining you tonight in your bedroom.
That's what happened.
You are mine.
You are mine. Actually, 2
Tonight.
of them were fighting over me. While my mom was witnessing that, and my brother.
And your father sent this man there.
Oh, one of the first things that he said when he arrived, he was like, "Were you raped?"
Yes.
I do have proof of this.
This is all in the dockets.
Yes.
We've got memory stick whereby he was talking to the police. The police kept on asking him, the last group, for the police to get rid of those men. I had to record one of these men, the leader,
Yeah.
insulting me and
Right.
send the VN to him because
station
the
commander.
station commander, because I
Yeah.
had to make a few phone calls to get his numbers. Fortunately, I was on WhatsApp and then he sent a special team to come and remove these men. The third group, when they arrived, the group leader said to them, "No, we went to the station commander.
We told him
We
that we're
told
gonna
him
be
he
here
knows
today."
we're here." So I assume now this is what he's been telling the police.
Yeah.
Since that was the third group. And the third group phoned the commander to say, I've got men here that have broken into this house, and they say, you know that they are here, you've given them permission. He said, nothing like that. Then hence he said, out. Otherwise you'll be arrested. They stayed. As soon as the police left, they said, you think you are mad, you think you are smart.
They went
We
to
are
go,
here.
They went
We
to
are
go get
staying.
more drugs.
They said we
because
are
the
getting-
ringleader said, you guys are not as high as you need to be to do what you were meant to do here. And then the ringleader also said that they were going to get a group of wild, colored people that are on the
Unruly.
highest level of drugs, really strong drugs, that were going to join us in our bedrooms because we had a step ladder
Outside. They said,
outside. They're going to join us in our.
use this-
We're going to
because I
break
was
into your
renovating
rooms.
They were going to break into our rooms. They said, tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have
it
fun
is
with you.
We're going to have fun. We are not doing this for the first time. This is all in videos that are all submitted in courts with the SAPS.
And yet, the
I'll tell you
NPA
today,
Yep.
6 of these men were
Yeah.
arrested.
With
He was there.
he was there. Saying,
He
I
was
sent
confirming
them.
I sent them. He was
Yes.
never arrested.
Yes.
Yes, he was never arrested. And they were taken into custody. They didn't even make it to jail because the very same day they were let go by the prosecutor. The case has been dropped. The 6 of them were never arrested.
Yeah.
And they say no evidence.
Yeah, it's been dropped by the NPA.
They downplayed all
The
the
charges.
charges,
So instead of housebreaking, it was trespassing,
passing, things like that.
It was
There's no sexual harassment.
There's
in
no
the charging.
damage
There's no
to
damage
property.
to malicious damage to property.
The police officer would not put down
Down.
sexual harassment.
Yeah,
And what reason was that?
we don't know. They were let go.
Wait, which police station is this? Centurion?
No, Olivenhout.
Olivenhout.
Oliven.
Olivenhout Bush Police Station. We
Fall under sin.
because the estate we stay in falls under Centurion.
There's some
which
stuff
falls
that I've heard about that police station, man. Is it not the same police station that that guy that got whose child passed and he buried the child the following day? Is that not the police
think
station he
there
was
is.
busy going to?
There's
Because I
a
think
lot.
I've
There's
heard
just
a
a
name.
lot.
Like
There's
there was
just a lot.
some really like questionable behaviors and stuff that I
there's a
actually
lot.
saw. I think it was the one, if I'm not too mistaken. But oh my gosh! So right now you guys are in that house and men can just barge in at any time and they will not
we
get
are
arrested.
not- the house has been sold,
Has been
as I'm
sold
saying,
to
fraudulently.
new owners.
It's got new owners. I don't have clothes.
We don't have any
They
belongings.
took my whole life. I don't have my passport. I don't have
Documents.
I don't have documents. My house was broken into by the now estate agent
of a very
of a
prominent.
very prominent, the best that you think we know we have in the country, broken into my house.
Yeah, she lives in the
changed
estate.
all the all the locks.
Working with a
Sent
conveyancer.
people working with a conveyancer. They cleaned my house.
And-
they removed all my belongings.
And where did they take your belongings?
We
to?
I
would
do
love
not
to know.
I would love to know. I've caught these men
We've got
that
videos.
they sent. We've got videos,
You've
and
got
I said
voice
they've broken
notes.
into.
We were given
As I'm
permission by
saying-
this person. We've been going in and out of your house. We've been given permission by this person. We've been moving your properties, your belongings. The code was generated
They
by
were
this
staying in
real
my
estate
house. They were
agent.
drinking my liquor, my champagnes.
Where were you
everything.
guys at this time?
The house was damaged. The men that he sent, the 12 guys that he sent, damaged the house.
Okay, so now you had to find another place to stay, else you were gonna fix the house.
Then
Yes.
we went to
With
a
the
domestic
court.
violence
Court.
a court to
Yes.
apply for an
Protection
order against him. The children did the same, and the court was kind enough to give me an emergency monetary relief for the damages after seeing the proofs, the videos that we've sent. Water was coming from the slab,
It was raining
It
inside
was
of
raining.
the
The
house.
damage is about 1.2 million.
Yeah.
It was stinking. The men blocked the toilet. I don't know how, because we managed to lock all the bathrooms. The only one bathroom was working. So they, throughout the weekend, they're using one bathroom.
It got blocked.
Got
They
blocked.
walked around the entire estate, so everyone's security was compromised.
They made boo-boos, number twos, inside, a blocked toilet, it overflowed, and the stench inside the house. The whole playroom, the ceiling was down, damages of the water,
Electrical damages as well.
bubbles on the walls, bacteria on the walls, damaged wooden floors, damaged
Everything.
slab, damaged wardrobes.
I mean, our slab was actually
Like, sort of like,
it was on stage 4, so it was
kind of like a slanting.
it was slanting inwards now,
yes,
ready
inwards.
to collapse.
Okay.
So he damaged, when he saw that the letter did not work, he sent
The
thugs.
men?
He went the street way to have me evicted, because he knew that he couldn't get me evicted using the courts.
He never
so he
did
went to the
that.
streets, used the thugs.
Didn't work.
It did not work. He then did what? Sold the house fraudulently using this estate agent who stays within the estate, who was generating codes for
these
men
men
to come
in and out of
in
the
and
house.
out
Are
of
you
the
not
estate.
able to like open a case against her?
We did.
And?
We've got a protection order against her. She did not
She's
appear
never
3 times. She's never been to
Appeared in
court.
court.
Then how is it that
The
she's
court-
not arrested already?
The court issued, but I have not seen it.
A warrant of
During
arrest.
the court hearings, the court said, the last court hearing, the court said, so and so, why is she not in court? She said, I'm issuing her with a warrant of arrest for not pitching in court. Right away, she must be handed
Detained?
and detained
But she
and brought here.
She doesn't
That
have
has not
legal
happened.
rep. She's never even sent an attorney to represent her.
Wow. And so with your father, are you guys able to open a case against him?
The children here.
You've opened a case against him.
They get dropped. As quick as we open them, is
We
as
open,
quickly
we've
as
got
they get
about
dropped.
how many cases? I think 5
I
cases.
think
They're
between
all
5 and
dropped by
6.
the NPA.
At some point,
Everybody's
sorry, Mom.
in his pocket.
At some point, all of my mom's cases were dropped on the same day, same
Same
time.
day, 3 cases were sent to me.
Yep.
It's like somebody had all of them, and I was like,
Okay, it's got
Dropped,
this
dropped,
surname,
dropped.
Done.
I've got a warrant of arrest with a court order
Mm-hmm.
from a court, domestic court, that says 28th of August, that says clearly why I am issuing the warrant of arrest and what for. The merits are totally different. He's got 4 warrant of arrest, but he's never made it one day in court.
And we've been to the High Court.
Every time the domestic violence court
He throws a tantrum.
issues an order,
Yes.
he runs to the High Court, he loses with cause, comes back. He has not been able to prove that he is the sole owner of
Owner.
any of our properties.
But yet he's
At
been
the
able
West-
to sell how many properties?
At the West, it
Yeah.
is that we co-own everything. But he sold during 2023, and now he sold all properties that we owned together. He's pocketed millions of rands, including where I was staying, fraudulently. But he's walking around as a free man.
I think I'm gonna need to get like who's the minister of, is it the minister of justice when it comes to cases like this?
The
It is,
DOJ, yeah.
it is the Minister of Justice. They have intervened. We went to IPID. They made an appointment for us to go to the police of the police, IPID, to go and report the matter, because where are we stuck? We're stuck with the police. The court does issue a court order,
With
issue
warrants
arrests.
of arrest.
They get to the police station.
Right.
They conduct false arrests. He has a very unscrupulous
Unscrupulous.
and corrupt advocate who is keeping him out of jail, who has broken every rule of the law to ensure that
His good doctor doesn't go behind bars.
yes, the court has issued
A total of 4 warrants of his arrest. Yeah.
Subpoenas to the station commander, to the chief prosecutor,
To the disbarred
to
attorney.
the disbarred attorney, because he has not proven, and to the deeds office,
to the HPC.
to the HPSA to say your person is doing
He's
this.
broken an oath.
We are saying that this person has broken an oath. How do we have such a man servicing the public and the society?
when he's abusing his
They
own
did
family.
not appear in court.
None of them did.
So where are you staying right now?
I don't have a place to stay. I haven't had a place to stay ever since the court said, this place, your house, you cannot stay here.
It's damaged.
It's damaged. He must pay for the damages. I was starting to fix the damages. I managed to use my own money and I stopped the water from damaging the property further. But he has failed to make payments as per the court order. Emergency monetary relief, which included my spousal maintenance, because now I'm not working, I'm roaming the streets. You close my
with the minor system too.
you close my practice. How am I supposed to live? And they've upped it a bit, the spousal maintenance from 8.5 to 10,000 to cover. In any case, it's not from. It was 5,000 in 2009, and it was supposed to go up every year, which he decided it was going to stay
Yes.
at 8.5. So now the court did come to the house. They evaluated the house. They
Inspection
went
in
there
loco.
for inspection in loco. Because he was disputing the proofs in
He
front.
said that we had forged the proofs submitted to the court. So my mom's...
our advocate then said, court, come through. Come see the damages. With the opposition, him and his team, they went to see the house. Strangely, he didn't even come
go
inside the
inside
house.
But he said,
But
no,
he's
we
the
are
one who says that
restricting access for him to come into the house in court papers. But the chance was given, he didn't.
He stood
didn't
outside.
take- yeah.
They assessed it. He brought in an expert. They assessed the house. It's unlivable. The court then issues another order saying that you have to then make sure that she's got an alternative accommodation of this much and fixing the house, stopping the
haven't
water, and blah, blah,
complied
blah.
with
You have
ABC
not
of the interim
you have
protection
to
order? Yeah.
pay out this much. Has not done so. Issues a warrant of arrest. The police says, no, hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
Rushes to the High Court. It tries to set
Set
aside the court order, the domestic violence,
yeah.
to restrict us from entering our home, where I stay, my house. He fails to do so, and the matter is taken back to the magistrate office, to the domestic violence court. He goes back to the High Court. Then the High Court says, you have not proven to us that this is your property and your property alone. Number two, we have not proven to us that there was division of assets. So let's go there. So it takes our matter to the family court in the High Court.
When you
Within the
get
High
there,
Court.
you guys' agreement is not there.
No, we are busy with that.
But he's selling
And
on
he
properties.
sells
He's
the
cashing
property.
in on investments. He's
As
closing
we are
accounts.
busy with that, we are in the process in the High Court for the division of assets that did not, and to also validate, is my divorce even valid? When there is his attorney was disbarred. That's the question you asked there.
Plot twist. The
Plot
disbarred
twist.
attorney is working for his current attorneys of record right now.
They have been working together for the past
12 years and counting.
So tell me, is this not a syndicate
it's a conspiracy
to
defraud you
defraud me?
of your joint
There
estate.
is this now video, VN, that has been sent by his advocate to the Catharos Parliament, Upelma Zibuko, who's been helping us,
Yeah.
who's been giving us support via the Premier's office to ensure that we are safe. But because we're sitting here, these men are out there, the 12 thugs are out there. They were taking videos
and
of us.
photos
They
of
have
us.
photos of us. The last time we went to court, there was a car parked outside the kids' apartment with 3 men that drove after me, chased me
On the highway.
on the highway.
On your way to
On my
court.
way to court. The same car was sitting outside the wall, the
Of the
yard wall
apartment.
of the apartment. We're coming from Blue Hills Shopping Center to buy a few things. And as I described it, because my daughter was not with me that day, the attorneys had taken her to court at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, intuition, I knew.
Something said divide.
Something said,
separate.
divide. You are not going to be driving together. So she had left with the attorneys around 6 o'clock in the morning. So I had followed later on, because now he's taken the kids back to the maintenance court.
As an
Owamie.
applicant.
As an applicant. He says they are not his children.
Yeah.
He wants
Without a
DNA.
court order. Nothing.
Where do we stay?
I feel like at this point, I really don't know what to say.
I don't know, it's a
and that
mess.
is because the matter is still so ongoing,
Right.
and it's so unpredictable. Because it's so devastating that warrants of arrest will be issued, yet the person keeps not getting arrested. And now we're also talking about your lives also being in danger with situations like this.
Yes.
I think the question I would ask is, let's say, like, you know, the community is watching out there. What help do you think maybe they can be able to offer you at this particular moment?
You know, I would say we all need to be vigilant, and we all need to support each other as the community. Cathros Parliament has put together a petition of no bail for people like this. When he gets arrested, we're asking for people to sign such petitions to ensure that these people are arrested and they are not joining the communities. Because if these men can retaliate from being taken to a children's maintenance court,
He's capable of doing
he's
so much
capable
more.
of doing so much. If he's now apprehended and he spends a night in jail, if he's released, he's going to come back to us. He's done it before. If he can send 12 men to come in, break in, do what is, he's going to come back. He's coming. It's now to him, it's about money. I can see. It was never about money to me. But now I can see it's very clear. It's about the divorce settlement. It's about the division of assets. And he's willing to go all the way. He's on the run.
We can't
Help
locate
us
him.
locate this man.
Yes.
Let's ensure that the SAPS does what it needs to do. We've got a VN that we would like to play. We've got a corrupt advocate that is running around. Report these kind of people.
To the
I'm here to
LPC.
say I am in a process. I've reported the lawyers, his lawyers, they're off the case now.
Right out there with the jury.
They withdrew to the LPC. Let's not keep quiet, because I don't think this is the first time
could
these
have
people,
happened to
this
so
advocate
many
is doing this. This estate agent is doing this. This conveyancer is doing
And the
this.
estate.
Let's raise our voices.
Right.
Let's ensure that we support each other. My case is not the first case that these attorneys have been part of. It is a syndicate of advocates, conveyancers, robbing us as ex-spouses of what is due to us. So I'm asking here, if we had dealt with this man, this advocate, who's going around manipulating the NPA, manipulating the law, manipulating the SAPS to say, this is how you're going to do this. He's running the show. He's running the law. Let's come together, please.
And expose these.
Let's expose this
these legal
man. Let us
protections.
make sure that this advocate is put in jail. Because if this advocate is not aiding my ex-husband, and keeping him out of jail, he would have stopped a long time ago. He's not stopping because he knows that he's not doing jail. His profession is shielding him. Doctors are people too. They are capable of everything.
Yeah.
This one is killing his own children, out to kill the wife, abusing an autistic child, a minor child. How can we be saying
Let's
yes
protect
to that? Let's
this
protect
man.
that.
Can't.
Olive and Old Bosch needs to come together,
to step
help
up.
us, step up. Let's make sure that the SAPS there is held accountable for these cases that they're dropping. Here's this VN.
No, it's okay. It will be placed in edit,
Yes,
so
there's
it will
this
be there.
VN.
We'll just put it there. But wow,
We've got a warrant of an investigating officer
Officer.
that has teamed up
With his
a
advocate,
corrupt advocate
conducting false arrests.
NPA, they have an SPP, senior
A public
prosecutor
prosecutor
that they are working with. You'll hear from this VN saying that this is how we're going to do this, just like we did it.
Yes,
with him.
and
this is how we're going to do this. This advocate says on the VN, just give her a dummy, just shy. You are going to keep her busy as if you are doing something. This is a policeman plotting, scheming how they're going to forcefully arrest
the people
these
he's
women,
enlisted.
this estate agent, this
The
conveyancer, and this my ex-husband, including the administrator that works in that estate. We've got a court order also against him because they work with the
people
estate
inside of
employees.
the estate.
So now the audio, have you sent it to the minister? Does the
Yes.
office know about
It
this?
is
What has
everywhere.
happened to these law officials?
Nothing.
there's-
He's running.
He's running the show.
He's running the show. He is still on my case. And the cases that I knew, they've been dropped by the NPA. The chief is not coming to the court to explain to the domestic violence case why are their warrants of arrest not executed and why are they
questioning
throwing
the court.
all her
Bless you.
all her orders out. There is no investigation officer
No one's even trying
that
to
has
locate
called me
this man.
to say, I've got a warrant of execution
His advocate is not coming
against
forward.
him. He left, the sheriff could not attach his belongings. He's out, he's left now. He had enough time because the law is taking its call. It's time. Dragging their feet. He's left his work.
He's relocated the
He's
province.
relocated the province.
He's sold his property.
Sold
where
all
you are
our
staying.
properties whilst I'm busy with the courts. Fraudulently. Without my consent.
Did he move with his new wife?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He's completely uprooted his life and left.
It is a disgusting couple that is together. They are driven by whoever they answer
worship,
to
yep.
or whoever they worship. I've never seen anything
Thing
like
like
this.
this.
As a woman, you took him out of his his home. You've got him.
Physically.
15 years later, you are
Still
tormenting me and
tormenting
my
us.
children. What kind of a
No.
woman are you? Do you think he won't do the same to you? I go to the house to serve the man. She is standing on the balcony in my property, and she's telling me that we're making noise. This dodo of a woman that thinks
Bobblehead.
that she is protected in, she can never be dealt with. If this man, the man that I've known for 32, 33 years, can do this to me and my children, do you think that he would not do the same to you?
Yeah. I really honestly I'm really just so sorry. I think and I was just talking about this yesterday, I think, the video I made yesterday. And I was saying that the corruption that we have in South Africa, the biggest thugs are the thugs in uniform.
Yes.
In the offices.
In the offices, they are the biggest thugs. And it is just so disheartening because when the system is so corrupt, you are crippled to the knees.
We are crippled.
You don't have anything to do. You don't have anywhere to go. And people wonder why GBV is so high. It's because of our police officers that are corrupt.
Yes.
It is.
They're working against the courts.
False arrest. My investigation officers never called me to say, what proofs do you have? When I was in the police station, they said I had all the proofs because I have like files and files of proofs, videos and all in memory sticks. The police said to me, the investigator, no, don't leave anything with us. I said the dockets must be empty. They said the investigating officer will phone you. He will be collecting the information before taking your dockets to the NPA. I've never had a call from this man, but he's plotting, he's calling, he's scheming, false arrest. He's taking my dockets without even a phone call to say, you are talking about a divorce decree. Where is it? Is there anything else, any kind of evidence that you would like to attach? Not a single day that is this man called me. He's shashaying me. I need to go to him phone.
No.
So I can never take anything. He calls me and he says, I said to him, he says, we'll be arresting him. Can you come and bring the original warrants? Because you know what I did? I held on to the original warrants of arrest because the last time I had they tricked us. They said they want the original. They took the original.
They said it's our property now.
They didn't arrest him. And then when I went back and said, you didn't execute it, can I have my warrant? They said, no, it's our property now. Sorry. So now what I do now, I give them copies of the warrants and I keep the original. What they told me is that they cannot effect an warrant, an arrest without the original. We've been to court whereby this man was there because he so wanted a DNA. You want a DNA, you are so sure, you fly from wherever you are for the DNA for the children. You don't go, you have not been attending the domestic violence court. But you were able to come. What is it that in this DNA that you're so sure about that is going? You have to be there. He is going, he has a person that is going to trick the system. They are going to come up with tests
that are negative. The corruption in South Africa is disgusting.
We've got a doctor here in scrubs that is such a criminal, guys. It is not funny.
Narcissist, criminal, narcissist. You name it. This is.
He was detained for a few hours. How? He was not even in handcuffs. The police was walking 5 meters away from him. He was walking with his advocate. He's opened a case against me. He says he's a doctor.
His skills are needed by society.
He cannot be arrested as a criminal because he's needed
by society.
And when he was arrested, he was locked with 50
dangerous
men where he does not belong. So he's big as a doctor. He does not belong in jail. And he's big as a doctor. He cannot be replaced as an anesthetist. Therefore, he can do as he please.
I think that at this point, I'm going to have to stop us here. And that is only just because of time. I wish we had more time. I wish we never spoke too much about him in the beginning. Like, we went straight into this so that we can be able to, like, really just, unpack everything. But I do have, another appointment that is waiting. They've been waiting. But I think that maybe we could do a part 2. If you guys are comfortable.
We dig deep.
We dig deep into the corruption and everything that is going on. And maybe the community out there will be able to help. Before we leave, the thing that I'm going to actually say is, dear Justice, the Minister of Justice, your department is very corrupt. I have never met someone that has ever had to deal with the Department of Justice, whether be it the police, the courts and everything, and they had something positive to say about their experience. First of all, our cases get dragged longer than they should. Number two, warrants of arrest are issued, never executed. Sometimes even warrants of arrest are not even issued at all. People lie to judges and nothing happens to them. There's no longer any consequence of me talking to a normal person and me talking to a judge. I can lie to you the same way I can lie to a judge and there'll be no consequences. It is so frustrating when you're someone that is dealing with the justice system. It is so frustrating. I'm there. I mean, we're not in the same level, but I'm also someone that has so many frustrations with the justice system. These people lie, these people conspire, they work with the law officials, they bribe, it's disgusting.
They work with here in our cases, we've got lawyers that are disgusting, that are not for the law, that are corrupt, that are unethical. We've got an advocate that is worse than the lawyers. We've got a disbarred lawyer that is practicing as now a consultant. LPC, what is it saying?
They haven't even gotten back to us.
Exactly. Fourthly, we are sitting now with the domestic violence court that is not working hand in hand with another court that is supposed to now effect arrest and keep the criminal side. This one is working, there's no interlinking of
all
the
of
courts.
them, and it's so frustrating because you even get different judges. But as I'm saying, we're gonna have to do a part 2. Thank you guys so much for joining me. But we definitely are going to do a part 2 and then we can just sit down and unpack because now my mind is not fully here. But thank you so much for actually joining us. We will have the audio and it will actually play. And I hope that if you're someone that is out there and you've got a way that you can be able to help them, please do make sure that I'm sure there's gonna be an email address here. You can contact me or I'll ask them also for an email address and you guys can be able to actually shoot an email. Let's find a way. How do we then help a family that is going through something like this? This is just heartbreaking. So I am really sorry that you guys are going through this. Ninjas, thank you so much for joining us today. There will be a part 2 definitely that will come and we'll just start off where we have stopped and then we're gonna continue. From Owamie, I love you guys, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye ninjas.